Hello, thanks so much for watching my video about my Recipe Gen app. My name is Jasmine Wind, and I'm just going to show you what I created. This was after college. I decided to give myself a project to create an app from start to finish, and I wanted to include an AI element, and this is what I have created. So this is the agenda for today. It'll be super quick. We're going to go under the hood, recipe search page, user authentication, adding a recipe, behind the scenes, and wrapping it up. Looking under the hood, here's the Recipe Gen app. What the programs we used: Flutter for building a responsive cross-platform user interface, Firebase authentication for secure login and sign up, Cloud Firestore for storing recipe data, and Firebase storage for uploading and storing images. So here's the recipe search page. We're going to go over the home screen and also a recipe itself. Here's what it looks like. Here's the web app version. There's also a mobile version, and right now it's with Google Play. I've done the closed testing. I had the 12 testers for over 14 days. I had a survey and feedback, and now I'm seeing if Google Play will allow my app to be publicly used. It will be free. It's a very simple, quick app with no ads. So here's what the main page looks like. It's the same on mobile. The recipe finder. You can see from the very beginning, you can search for a recipe. So for example, say I want to search for butter. I just type it in, click search, same on your phone, and give it a moment. It will give you some recipes. I got these recipes from a recipe database called Recipe NLG. They said that if you can use it, it's totally free to open to the public as long as you credit them, and of course I did. So you can click on one of the recipes. For instance, let's look at peach cobbler, and it just has a description, ingredients, and directions, which is pretty easy and fast. And also I noticed on many recipe websites they have a lot of backstory, like about when somebody was cooking this recipe, it was raining, or their dog just loves to watch, and so on and so forth. And of course that is all fun, but sometimes you just want to look at a recipe super quick. So this would be the way. So you can return to the recipe search database, and you are not right now signed in or signed up. So it will let you search. I created it in a way that it will let you search even if you're not authenticating. So what we just went over right now, you can search in the search bar and view recipes, and recipe results appear as recipe cards, just a little colorful card. Tapping a card opens the recipe with the details, which include the title, description, ingredients, and step-by-step instructions. So if we're going to move on to the next part of user authentication, to add recipes, users must be signed in. The app includes a clean sign-up page, a secure sign-in page, a menu showing add recipe or sign out option once you're logged in. After logging in, users return to the recipe search screen automatically. So let me just go ahead and show you that. You can sign in if you've already signed up, just like most web pages, and I'll use my name and password to sign in so you can see. Once you sign in, it looks exactly the same. The only major difference is there's this little plus sign in the corner, and when you go to the menu, you can add a recipe. So let's go ahead and add a recipe, and you can do that either way by clicking the little plus button or going to add recipe. And here you have the options of the title, description. Actually every part of it is optional. You can add the amount and the ingredients. So for instance, 1 cup of butter, and then you can add the directions. And for each of them, say you need to add an ingredient, you can add it or a step. And then there's a note if sometimes people are like, well, you can use this kind of cheese instead. You know, this would be a place to put that. So after you add it, it goes into the recipe storage, the Firebase storage area, and if you search it, you should be able to see that as well. One thing I did want to show you also is, because I'm going to be talking about this next, is that if you type say you're looking for cheese but you spelled it wrong, this is an AI element that I added to say, did you mean cheese? And if you click it, it should give you recipes for cheese. So looking at adding a recipe, we went over this, how to add a recipe. It lets users enter a title, description, and notes, unlimited ingredients and steps. After submitting, the recipe is saved to Cloud Firestore and becomes searchable. Behind the scenes, the AI feature showcases spelling suggestions. We're going to go over that in just a second, but just a quick overview. Firebase is initialized and configured using secure credentials. Search functionality uses Firestore's array contains for fast ingredient search matching, and all form data is validated and handled with clear feedback to the user. This is the extra little feature that I was very excited to add in it, and it was a new thing for me, but now I have done it, so it's in my experience. AI-powered spelling suggestions. To improve the search experience, I integrated AI to help detect and correct misspelled ingredients. If a user searches and no recipe matches are found, the query is sent to a custom Google Cloud function at this endpoint. The endpoint uses OpenAI's language model via a cloud function to check for potential typos or suggest a more common ingredient spelling. If a correction is suggested, the app offers the user a clickable option to search again using the corrected term. And this is exactly like Google, and I know that it's been around for a while, but it isn't something that I had done before, and now I know how to do it. So looking at the wrap-up, the Recipe Gen app supports searching without logging in, secure sign-in and sign-up, adding and viewing rich recipe content. Also, it's currently in the phase of, it has been tested, but by 12 users over 14 days, so Google Play Store said that you have to do that in order, it was closed testing in order to apply to see if you could be part of the Google Play Store, and once, hopefully you'll get approved, and then my app will be available to the public. I just want to thank you so much for staying this long. Also, if you want, you can check out the website here. Here's my phone number, my email, my LinkedIn, my GitHub if you want to check out the code, and my portfolio. And that's likely how you got here today, through the portfolio link. So looking at the references, I give credit where it's due. I don't take credit for other people's work. And ChatGPT helped me to make this website. I had to ask the right prompts. I had to work through the different issues that I had as it went on. Sometimes ChatGPT did not know how to help me fix it, and I was getting cycled. But I went through, my different research that I could find, and I would find the right way to ask it, and then I would get to the next step. Also, here are some of the documents that were used during the making of the app. Thank you so much, and have a great day.